Stop scrolling. If you want to learn artificial intelligence, machine learning, or generative AI, but you feel confused about where to start, then this video is for you. I am Rashid, and in this course, I will take you from zero to AI, starting with Python step by step with real projects. No confusion, no skipping basics. Let's start. So, what is Python? Python is a programming language. A programming language is a way to talk to a computer. Computer do not understand any human language. They only understand instructions. Python helps us write those instructions in a simple and human-friendly way. For example, instead of writing very complex code, Python allows us to write very clean and readable code. This is why Python is called a high-level language. High level means easy to read, easy to write, and very close to human languages. So, why Python is famous, or why we use Python for AI, not other languages? The answer is very simple. Python has powerful libraries, strong community support, simple syntax. Libraries are ready-made tools. Instead of writing everything from scratch, Python gives us libraries like NumPy, Pandas, TensorFlow, PyTorch. These libraries help us work with data, train AI models, build simple systems and smart systems. This is why Python is the backbone of AI. So now let us talk Python setup for AI. So we need to start coding in Python. We need just editor. You can use PyCharm or Visual Studio, anyone you want. And in this course, we will go with Visual Studio. And second thing you need is interpreter. Interpreter will be downloaded from the official website of Python, and you have to install it. And during installation, you have to make it sure that uh, the checkbox it must be checked. The checkbox that is add Python to the path, this must be checked, otherwise you will not be able to use Python. So after installation and Visual Studio or any editor you want, and interpreter, we are we are able to go with coding. So our first topic is variables. Variables are used to store information. These are labeled like a labeled boxes in the warehouse, and that we use to store data. And what is the general syntax we have for variables is that first we write variable name, then assignment operator, and then the value we want to store. This is the general syntax. And now let us look at the naming rules that we use to name the variable. Uh, first rule that we use to name the variable is the that we must have to start with the letter or underscore. Variable name cannot be start other than letter or underscore. The letter can be uppercase or lowercase. This is not a condition, but this is also a rule that we should use descriptive name that describe the function of variable, not xyz or anything else. Other rule is that variables are case sensitive. That mean that as I said that we can start with the letter. Letter can be uppercase or lowercase. But the difference is that the uppercase the variable start with the uppercase is different with the variable that is started with the lowercase variable. Like name is not equal to name with the uppercase variable. This is wrong. If we use the name, it will Python will use it as a different variable than the we have with the capital letter of name. And other convention is that we cannot use a and uh, number and a symbol. We cannot use this at the start of variable. Like we cannot write the variable like that. This is the wrong convention. You can see that the interpreter also raise an error, and this is a wrong convention. We cannot use this at all. And we cannot also use any symbol or any symbol that can be anything. And if we use underscore, you can see it has not raised any error. And other thing that I want to tell you that assignment the between the name and the value is the assignment operator that is used to assign the value to the variable. That's the variable name, and that's the assignment operator we are using there, and that's the data that we are storing in the variable. And other thing is that Python figure out the type automatically. Like, we have not to specify the type of the data we are going to store in the variable. Python automatically detect the data, and then it give it the type that we have to use, we are using, uh, while the while storing the value. And one thing more I want to add, that uh, we can also rename the variable. Python figure out the change in the type and value. Like, if we want to change the value that we have stored in uh, ad- the variable name that we have the store value Adil, we can see that the now I have reassigned the value, and now the value type is different than the we have uh, specified in the above code. And by now, if we want to print the variable, we will have the we will get this value, not the one we have assigned in the uh, previous lines. Python, we can reassign the value anytime or in anywhere in the code. Python will use the latest value. And we can also multi assign the values. Like, we can we can we can assign the values to the variables, more than one variable at a single time. Like, here we are assigning values to xyz, and these all are like that. We can also write that, but it is easy form to write them, so that we assign the values at a single time, three variables. Like, this is a equal to these three lines are equal to this single line. So that's a easy convention we use to name the we use to assign the values more than multi-variable at a single time. This is called a multi-assignment. Now let us look at the demo. That is uh, this is a string variable. We will talk later about the types of data. This is the integer variable, and this is the float variable, and this is the sorry, we have mistake. We can write a single line at a single line. Like, I cannot write like that. This is not a good convention. So we should write only one statement at a single line. And uh, and you must notice that that's also raising an error, that true is always start with a capital T. That is the Python's reserved keyword. If you write with the lowercase, it will not gonna detect. And if we want to print the variable that we have uh, assigned the values, we can also use the print function. Print function is output function that we use to display on the screen anything inside. Since it is a variable, we need no inverted commas. I can print it. Now let us run the uh, look at that. Adil has printed. Adil name is has printed. You can see that we have also Adil there, and Adil, we also change the type, assigned the integer 3. Then if we change it, you can see it has printed the latest one, not it considered the any other that we have behind that we have previously assigned value. We can also print the type. So we can also check the type of the data. Don't worry, we'll also talk about in the next topic, our is data type. We will talk in details about data types. Now just look at and follow me. We can check the type of the data. You can see it is a string, because we have here string, and this is a this type function is used to check the type of data. If we check the type of the age variable, we are gonna have a integer. That you can see that it is an integer. So we can also check for height also, and other also. It's for your task. You can check and comment. And now let us move to next topic. Thank you. So our next topic is data types. Data types is a different kind of information we can store in. These are just data types that types of data that we can store in variables. Let us look at the different types. uh, First we have a string data type. This type we can store any text data, like anything in inverted commas. This is the condition that we must have to write anything we want in the inverted commas. And this is a condition. If we don't use the inverted commas, uh, it will not be labeled as a it will not be considered as a string. So this is the strict rule we have to follow. And next we have a integer data type. So integer data type is any whole number is the integer. So if we store integer in the variable, that is called the integer variable. The third type we have is float. Integers are only whole number, and the float are decimal number. Any decimal number is a float, like in fraction numbers in fraction form. And the fourth type is boolean. In boolean we can store true or false value. You can see that we can store true or false value, and for true t must be capital, and false f must be capital, otherwise it will not be considered as the true or false. It will consider as some name of variable. And these are just basic types of data. We also have an advanced type of data, that is one of them, it is a list. List start with the brackets, and in list we can store number of things, like anything. It can be it can be string, or it can be string or anything, number or anything we want. So this is a string, this is a list. We can check the type of the data with the type function that I had told you in the previous topic. Other than this, we also have tuples and dictionaries and sets. These are also advanced data types that we will cover in the later videos. Next we have input output. We have already used the output function, that is print function, in previous topics. So for output we have a print function that is used to print the data on the screen. And let us look at the example. This is a basic print that we use to print Rania. You can see that it has printed Rania. And let us look at the more advanced use of this function. We can also print two string at a single time, that are separated with the comma. Let us run the file. So you have noticed that second string also has printed. We can also use the parameters. There are two parameters that are by default defined by Python, that are built in. These are as ep that are used to specify what we want to specify. This is by default a space. We can use a hyphen, not just hyphen, anything we want our two strings should be separated by, like fuck yeah. I think we have made a mistake that we used not comma. Comma is must, otherwise it will be raise invalid syntax. This is the our syntax. You can see that this has separated by, these are separated by hyphen. We can also anything else we want, anything that we want to separate to a string. You can see that now it has a different than what we have written before. So other than this, we can have also one other parameter, that is end, that specify what we want to use to end the variable, but end the output. Like here, if I write it, let us print it without the parameter, hello world. You can see that by default it is the new line, that is the that is our string gonna end with. But if we want to end it with something else, like space or anything, any letter or character you want, and now we print something behind it, below it, you can see that by default it was new line. Now we have specified space, so it has just end with the space, not a new line. And you can see that hello, the that if we don't have specified this, it must be printed at the new line, but it has not, it is just printed next the hello world. So that was the end parameter of the print function. These are not a compulsory, these are we can use the by default values of these. And other than this, we have string formatting methods. Actually, we in somehow we have to use the variables in the strings. Like if we want to write my name is Rao, we have to write it like that. You can see it is something different we want to print. We want to print my name is Rao. So here the formatting methods comes that we use to format our string, our output. Let us print this with the our formatting methods. One of the formatting method is the f string, that is modern. And let us look at how we use it. First, we create the variable with the name that we have given the Rao, that is our name. And let us print now with the f string method. Now we can use in the curly brackets within the string. Now let us look at the what output it's going to print. Now you can see that it is very nice, nicely printed our the statement that we want to print actually. And this is very short method. You can see that it is very easy. Other than this, we have one more method to format our string, that is format function. We have format function. Now let us use it. Now we write format function that in it we are going to the variable name that we are want to use in our string. You can see the same output has printed. We can write it full stop there, and you can see that same output is there we got. One more method, let us discuss it also, and that is the percentage formatting. It work like that. My uh, for if our name has, if our type we want to use is a s is a string, like we have specified that our name is Rao, that is in inverted commas, and that is a string. So we will use percentage s. If it is something else like integer, so we use uh, percentage d to get the digit or integer, and at the last we have to specify what the variable is going to replace with s, and you can see the output is same. So these were the three formatting methods. this was the this was the format function, and this is f string method that is modern, that we used commonly, and that is very good to use. And this was the output function that we have discussed so far. And now let us discuss input function. Let us look at the input function. First we comment out it. We will discuss about comment in next topic. And the input function is that we use to take the input from user. And syntax is like that. For it we use input function that is gonna take input from the user. This is message we wanna print to that will ask user to enter. That it can be anything you want. One thing more we I need to discuss about string, that it can be in single or in double inverted commas. It is no matter, not any thing. It's not a condition that we have to use only double inverted commas. We can also use single one. So let us print. So you can see that it is taking input from us. We can enter anything, but you have to keep in mind that it just take the string, not an integer. Like if we want to take integer, so if we want to integer, it will take it as a string, not a integer. Like if we can also check the type of data that we are gonna input. And so you could more clear that what the type of data it get. Like we want to enter numbers, you can see that string. It always take the input from user as a string, not a number or anything. We have to convert it in other data types that we discuss in later topics. That is typecasting, that we discuss in later topics. So our next topic is commenting. So comments are used for documentation. These are just explain the code. These are not what execute in by Python, and they are just to explain the code to other developers. Like if you have written some program, so by other developers it is difficult to understand without documentation, without commenting. If you comment it or specify each function what it do and what it not by commenting, it will be easy for developers to understand what you have written and what is your purpose of writing this function or variable, anything. So we have two different types of of comments. That is single line comment and multi line comment. So a single line comment is we write it like that. This is a single line comment. The shortcut key in VS Code is that we can comment or uncomment with single control plus forward slash, and uncomment or comment both with the same shortcut key. This was a single line comment. Let us take an example how we use it. So this is the single line comment. We can use our code followed by the comment that used to explain what is this line of code doing and what is its purpose. Other than this, we have a multi-line comment. Let us look at it. Multi-line comment, it is written like that with three inverted commas, like anything we want to write, and then we close with the three inverted commas. This is a multi-line comment. It should work like multi-line comments, but it is not. Yes, this is a multi-line comment. Anything you write within this three these inverted commas, it will going to be considered as the multi-line comment. And one thing more, that we use multi-line comment for docstring, as a docstring, like that is used to explain functions or classes. uh, this is we're going to initialize a function just to let you know that how docstring work. Example, you need not to worry about this code. We will later explain it more clearly. It is just to show you that how the docstring works. You can see that nothing has printed, as these are just to explain code or for debugging or collaboration, like collaboration with the other colleagues. And it is also used just for you also to remember you what you have did in the past. uh, so these are very helpful. And we have some best practices about the commenting. That one of this is the that we should not don't over comment we should not over comment the our code, like we should use the commenting where we need not any thing that we don't need to comment, and that is obvious. And second is that we should just comment what the complex logic is, why not what. That means it just to explain what, not why. And third one is keep updated. We should also keep the our commenting update with the firmware or things with the program with the Python interpreters version, and this gonna help. And one thing more, that outdated comments are worse than none, so we should keep our comments updated with the time, so it will help us in future. So next topic is our typecasting. Typecasting is converting between types, like converting one type of data to other, like integer to float, and string to integer, and this kind of data. Why we need these? Because we have already discussed that input function always take input as a string, but sometime we have to take numbers from user, and we have to convert these into number to use them in multiple mathematical operations. We cannot use strings for mathematical operations, so we need to convert it into integer or float data types. And we also use typecasting in data processing, that is preparing data for functions. And we also use it for formatting outputs, that is controlling how data displays. These are the we will discuss more about in the later lectures. And common type conversions are to strings, like let us look at the example. uh, we want to convert, just integer data type can be any. This is zero is integer. We are going to convert it into string, like with a string function. This is the string function that is used to convert other data types into string. Let us check the data type of this variable with the type function that we have discussed how it works. You can see it is string. Zero was integer, but it has converted into a string easily. And similarly, we can also convert string into integer, like with the int function that works same like string. We check its data type, and you can see it is int function has converted 20, that was a string, into integer. And uh, other than these, we have also float conversion to convert other data types into float. Let us look at these also. Let us do that this time direct. This is also same but different. We are converting from string to float. You can see it is float. It was a string, but now it is float. We can also convert from float to string, uh, integer to float. Let us look at this also. You can see that 2.34 is integer, and 2.34 is a float, a decimal number, and we have converted from it into integer. And similarly, we can also convert to booleans. Let us convert integer to boolean. You can see the data type. We can also print it if we erase the functions type function. We can check it. Yes, it is false. True or false. We have already discussed that these are a boolean values. And the let us discuss about important warnings and losses that we need to face. We have to face during when we use the typecasting. First one is that we have to lose the data, like if we convert integer to float to integer. So we lose the data, like it truncates the number. Let us look at the example. So you can see that we got the three, that our actual value was 3.444, but it has uh, faced a data loss that uh, after decimal values have been lost. And next thing is that we have some limitations in convenience, like we cannot convert the characters, like alphabets into the integer. It will be raise an error. Python don't allow it to convert any alphabet into uh, int. So let us look at the example. So here we want to convert the hello into integer. That is not allowed in Python, not any other language. Use You can see that it has raised an value error, and after this has raised an value error and is not allowed. And next thing is that uh, we when we convert bool into any other value into bool, and so we have to consider it that some things, some values are uh, specified, that these are false, always be false, and these are empty string, zero, empty in list, none, or false. These will always be result in false. Otherwise all others are true. When we convert any value into bool, we need to consider it. Let we look at the example. Here we want to convert the empty string into bool. You can see that uh, we got the false, because it will be always be a false. Now if we check any other, like none, uh, then you can see that it is also false. If you check empty list, you can see it is also a false. Now we check other than these values, all other than these values will be result in true. You can see uh, everything else will be true. So now we practice our concepts that we have covered so far by building a project, that is BMI calculator. And it will be simple calculator, and our output will be like look like this. And we will build it using the concepts we have covered so far. So let's start. First we will print the heading, that is the BMI calculator. After it, we will get the input, a name from user. Let him enter his name. This will be the message that we will show. It will be shown to him. So he will enter the name. This will be recorded in string form. And after it, we will get the user, from user, his weight in kg. Since the it is the string value into function always get the string value. We don't want string because we have to use it in formula in mathematical calculations. So we want him to enter its weight, and will use in mathematical calculation. So for it we need to convert the weight into the uh, type that we want to use, like since weight could be in decimal form like 50.5 something, and so we will use here float to convert the string into float. User will enter his data in decimal form, so it will be easily stored in the weight without truncating the without data losing. And next we will let user to enter his height in centimeter. Here we same convert the input into the float because the height can also be in decimal form. We are specifying user that he should enter, so it make him clear that he need to enter his height or weight in kg or centimeter. This will be the message that he will see. Now we will move to calculation part. So in calculation, first we need to convert the height into meters. For it we will divide the height in centimeter by 100. After it we will use the BMI formula, that is the dividing weight into height in meters, scale of height in meters. So divide in it by height, and square of height. This is the way to get the scale, that is the two double star. If it will be, if it were the single, it would be a multiplication, but since it is a double, it is the scale, not square root. It will be like that, like we write in a calculator. And after it we will print the data for it. uh, for decoration or for breaking a new line, we would like to print equal signs by 30 times. For it we have two options, that like if we print it like that and going on, but it's not a good practice, but it can be used. But we can also use it like that: multiply the equal sign by the times we want it to be print. Like we want it to print 30 times, we will multiply it by 30. You can see that. Let we check what the output we get. First we enter our data that we are getting from user, like now weight, and 70 170. You can see that it is the output of this line. So it is the accurate 30 time that is same as we have in our target output, that to match it with it. So next we can raise this line as we don't need it. So these are two methods. We can multiply the character, any character that we want to print, and the time with the into the time we want to print it. Second, we can print the name. For it we will use a string method that we have covered. Here we used a variable, and here we go. After it we will print weight, user's weight. After it we will print the uh, height with the same string method. We can print without it, but we will like to, as we covered the topic, to use it we will like to use this method. As we can write without it, but we will follow the best convention we can. And now we print the height in centimeter, then we will print in meters. So after it we will print the BMI, what the answer of this variable, that by the calculating, by dividing the weight by square of height in meters. Same we will use the BMI method, f-string method for BMI also. But here is something new, that we can specify the decimals, how many decimal, after decimal how many values it should print. We can specify it, like if we want to print two decimal value, we will specify it like that. We can print more than two, but we want to print just two. So this is the new thing that we can specify. You can specify here, can you can write four or five, whatever you want. If it exists, it will be printed, but since we want just print two, so we have specified just two. So let us check the output we get. 60, 170. So you can see that we have just got the two values after decimal, as we have specified here dot 2f. It is a good convention. We can specify more than two, and you can see that our output. The remaining part is that we have to calculate the category in which our BMI fall. Is it whether it is the underweight or normal or whatever it category it fall. For it we have to use the if else statement control flow, like if that, if that not, then this. This will study in next videos, so we are not going to write it in this video. We will complete this in the next video. So here we're going to end the video. Thank you.